Welcome to AI Brief, episode 149. This is your deep dive into what's really moving the needle in AI.
We cut through the noise to get you the signal.
I'm Amin.
And I'm Leah.
Today, we're looking at some pretty major developments. OpenAI's hardware ambitions just got very real.
Very real. We'll cover their acquisition of Jony Ive's startup, IO.
Also, Mistral's back with a new open-source coding model, Devstral.
And Shopify is rolling out a suite of AI tools aiming to transform e-commerce for millions.
Plus, we've got a roundup of other key AI news and some trending tools you might want to check out.
It's definitely a packed session.
Okay, let's kick things off with that OpenAI news. They've acquired Jony Ive's AI device startup, IO.
Yeah, this is huge. A $6.5 billion all-stock deal.
And it sounds like this wasn't, out of the blue. They've apparently been working together quietly.
For 2 years, yeah. On devices aiming to go beyond screens. That's the phrase they're using.
Beyond screens. Interesting. First products expected. Maybe 2026.
That's the timeline being floated. This deal brings over 50 engineers and designers into OpenAI.
And many are ex-Apple, right? People who worked on the iPhone.
Exactly. Plus, Ive's design firm, Lovefrom, isn't just doing the hardware. They'll oversee creative work across all of OpenAI, software, look and feel, everything.
Wow. They announced it with a video. Quite a bit of mutual admiration there.
Oh, yeah. Altman called Ive the deepest thinker he's met. I've called Altman a rare visionary. High praise.
And Altman's apparently testing a prototype already, calling it the coolest piece of technology.
He did. It really underlines the ambition here.
So the takeaway is, OpenAI is officially in the hardware game now. They're aiming for an iPhone moment for AI interaction.
That seems to be the goal. Bringing in that top-tier Apple design DNA to shape how we physically interact with AI, it's a massive statement.
Okay, let's switch gears. From hardware to software development. Mistral has a new open-source model.
Right, Devstral. Released with All Hands AI, it's specifically for coding tasks.
And performance-wise, how does it stack up?
Pretty impressively, actually. The benchmarks, like SW Bench Verified, show it outperforming larger models, even some closed ones, on real-world GitHub issues.
Real-world problems, not just abstract tests. That's key.
Definitely. And it's relatively small. Small enough to run locally on a laptop, even Macs, or a single GPU.
Making it accessible. You mentioned it's optimized for agentic development. What does that practically mean?
It means it's designed to be more autonomous. It can navigate through your code, understand different files, make edits, sort of problem solve more like a collaborative agent rather than just suggesting lines of code.
That sounds significantly more useful for complex tasks. And it's got a permissive license.
Apache 2.0.
Yeah.
Very open. And they've hinted at larger agentic models coming too.
So this signals Mistral doubling down on open source again, offering powerful alternatives.
Seems like it. It shows these advanced agentic coding pills are coming in different sizes and flavors now, not just from the biggest players.
All right, next up, e-commerce giant Shopify. Their Summer 25 edition updates are heavy on AI.
It's very heavy. The big headline is probably the AI store builder.
Tell me about that.
You basically give it a text description of what you want to sell, your business idea, and it generates a whole storefront. Custom design, images, layout, the works.
That could massively simplify getting online for small businesses.
Absolutely. And they've also AI enhanced their themes, so you can customize the look without any coding.
And their Sidekick assistant.
Got a big upgrade. Voice conversations, screen sharing. You can just tell it to run reports or create discount codes. Much more conversational.
They're also adding tools to connect with customers on platforms like Perplexity.
Yeah. Helping merchants get found when people are asking questions or browsing conversationally online, expanding their reach.
So the bottom line here is Shopify is pushing AI tools out to millions of merchants, making things like AI site building and task automation mainstream.
Exactly. It's a major driver for mainstream adoption in the small business world. Site building, operations, customer acquisition AI is touching all of it now through Shopify.
Okay, let's broaden the lens a bit. What else is happening in the AI space? More from Google.
Post.io, they detailed Gemma 3N, new open source model.
What's special about it?
Super efficient. Needs only 2 GB of memory, so it can run directly on phones. Think privacy, speed, benefit.
On-device AI is definitely a trend. Any specialized versions?
Yeah, they showed MedGemma for medical images, SignGemma for sign language, even Dolphin Gemma, exploring dolphin communications.
Dolphin communication. Okay, that's ambitious.
And Notebook LM gets updates too. generating video summaries, adjusting audio summary length.
We also saw insights from Airtable CEO Howie Liu talking about AI and databases.
Right. He highlighted how AI agents are now interacting directly with spreadsheet tabs, automating really complex tasks.
Like writing personalized emails using web research and database info together.
Exactly, things that used to take ages. He also pondered if chat interfaces are the final form for no code or just a step. Airtable's bot does both, answers questions and builds things.
Any advice for using AI workflows?
His key point was, frame the problem first. Define your goal before picking tools. Makes prompting and measuring results much easier.
Good practical advice. And he mentioned AI for learning code.
Yeah, as an interactive teacher, especially for vibe coders needing guidance on technical hurdles.
And his take on current models.
He feels models like Claude 3.7 and OpenAI's o3 are now good enough to reason about domain problems. A threshold has been crossed. His advice: try bold, audacious things. You might be surprised. Okay, some other quick hits. ByteDance released Bagel, open source multimodal model, does image generation and understanding.
Interesting combo, XAI.
They launched a live search API, beta for now. Lets Grok models pull real-time data from X and the web.
Real-time data is a big advantage, and Sergey Brin made a bold claim.
He did. Said Google intends Gemini to be the first AGI, possibly before 2030.
That's a statement. What about OpenAI's infrastructure?
Big funding news. $11.6 billion in new commitments via Crusoe for their Texas data center project, Stargate. Plans for 8 huge server buildings.
Serious infrastructure investment. And El Marina.
The chatbot arena leaderboard host, spinning out as a startup, raised $100 million seed funding at a $600 million valuation, shows the value placed on benchmarking.
And a rumor about Anthropic?
Yep, references to Claude 4 apparently spotted in source code suggest the next big model might be coming soon.
Finally, OpenAI's Responses API.
Getting major updates for building agents, MCP server support, image generation, code interpretation directly within the API. More power for developers.
Okay, let's wrap with some trending tools you might find useful.
Google's Flow is gaining traction. It's an AI platform for filmmaking.
Gemma 3N, which we mentioned, trending for its mobile-first open-source power.
Imagen 4, Google's updated image model, noted for better text handling in images.
Dropflow looks interesting, extracts and summarizes email insights.
Veo 3 for video generation, specifically its ability to create perfectly synced audio sound effects, dialogue, ambient noise.
Tanka aims to provide fast, personalized AI smart replies by learning your style.
Use Resume helps create tailored resumes and cover letters quickly using AI.
And Liner helps research by finding info faster and giving line-by-line source citations for trust.
So quite a few tools emerging constantly.
And that concludes our deep dive for today. We've covered a lot of ground.
From OpenAI's hardware play and Mistral's coding advances to Shopify's e-commerce push and a whole lot more.
If this was valuable for you, please follow the AI Brief feed so you don't miss our next deep dive.
And do share this with friends or colleagues who are trying to keep up with the rapid pace of AI.
So thinking about OpenAI and I moving beyond screens, here's something to consider. How might your daily habits, your interactions, even your focus change if your primary way of engaging with powerful AI wasn't through a phone or a computer screen, but through something else, something more integrated into your environment? What does that future feel like?